Welcome back. In Wednesday's business report, the need for infrastructure improvements in the developing world is critical. But how the money is actually invested can make or break a project. Reporting from New York with the details is Africa 54 business correspondent Jill Malandrino. Hi, Jill.
Hi there. So I wanted to examine infrastructure spend because it's a relevant topic in American politics, and along with technology and healthcare, one of the biggest priorities for Africa and the developing world. Now, courts recently reviewed where the issues lie for the U.S. and Africa, and you will see how some of these things are common. Let's take a look at the issues that the U.S. faces. Political wrangling has put off decisions to renew the nation's infrastructure for decades. Inadequate investment and maintenance has resulted in the degradation of existing facilities, requiring many of them to be totally replaced. The high costs of starting afresh are often associated with paying for construction and deferring maintenance costs into the future.
Now, this looks very typical across all nations that they would wait until there's like a total or near collapse before they make decisions to finance critical infrastructure, right?
Oh, we just saw that in the last segment that was on. Courts points out as well that a large part of the problem is reliance on procurement procedures that focus on awarding contracts to the lowest bidder. Now, to win in the competition, construction firms look for places to trim their budgets. Maintenance is usually an easy target for cuts. In many cases, maintenance is subjected to separate contracts. Those cuts eventually add to capital and human costs. Just look at the weekly issues Amtrak and New Jersey Transit has had over the past year. Our infrastructure is in dire need of repair, and oftentimes it results in business being deferred elsewhere.
So here it looks like the challenge for Africa is not to make decisions based on what might appear to be diminished capacity to manage the infrastructure projects, but rather building the core foundation for the economic growth of those nations.
That's exactly right. For example, Nigeria closed down Abuja Airport for repairs to its runway. Passengers fly to the northern city of Kaduna, where they are transported 190 kilometers by rail or in guarded buses to the federal capital and the second busiest airport. Additional costs are likely to be incurred in foregone businesses, and people defer travel to the country. Locally, the aviation minister has had to relocate his office to Kaduna for the period of the repairs. Now, what the U.S. and Africa are doing is what's called batch management, whereas a continuous approach to infrastructure management makes the most economic sense in the long run.
Well, I don't want to make a trip there anytime soon. Jill, thank you very much, as always.
Thank you.
That's Africa 54 business correspondent Jill Malandrino reporting from New York.